Yo, 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 yo! Welcome to the Good Facts podcast series, powered to you by DGF Agency and hosted by me, myself, and I, Duarte Figueira, also known as Duda. The Good Facts is all about the facts that I really care for, straight from me to you. Everything that I care about: music, media, food, sports, video games, and whatever else comes out of my mind during the week. So yeah, everybody, let's keep going on the review of Konnichiwa and this talk that I was giving about SKEPTA. For those of you that are coming up to this episode first, this is the second part of episode 3 on Konnichiwa and SKEPTA. So go back to 3.1, go to SoundCloud page, The Good Facts, and just check the first part where I review the first 5 tracks and I talk a little bit about how I got introduced to SKEPTA. But yeah, let's go and step on the second part of this episode. Then track 6, another anthem for me, Lady Zit Squad, feat DEE and ASAP Nast. I think this is one of the tracks still that is most out of the grime scene, the grime scope inside of this album, in a sense. Like, it kind of like it's outside of what you would expect of a grime album, but it shows that SKEPTA has different types of influences and mixes of influences. The same way that I would say about Numbers, that will come next, but we'll talk about that next. But I like this track a lot. Because I like also the influences that SKEPTA is kind of like putting here, which are like the American hip hop. But DEE bangs it so bad on the beginning with the mri. It's like dope. Mri. It's fire. Great bars. ASAP Nast did a dope job on the chorus too. When I pull up the racks. Yeah, it's pretty legit too. I'm gonna be playing the track a little bit. Girl, I pull up to your city with the racks out. You know how I do it. You see, like, this more hip hop type of vibe, American hip hop type of vibe. But yeah, and then SKEPTA, after DEE in the chorus again, SKEPTA steps in really cool too. Great approach to the things that people are talking about nowadays, like leggings and Netflix. Then Reebok eyes. And then he says, like, she got juiced in the bunk bed, she's not white. He talks about the GQ top 10, the fact that he was wearing a tracksuit and considers himself the tracksuit mafia. He was wearing a tracksuit on the runway, and he sat on the front row, although that's part of the shutdown. But he got an award to be the best dressed man in the UK, the GQ top 10. And then he has these crazy bars about your ex is blazing in the prem, but you never seen him taking a pen, because if he can't hit the G spot when it comes to the spot kicks, man gotta wait on the bench. The same way that his brother JME did with the pool and the 8-ball back in the days, which he said that was like one of the best bars ever. But yeah, I love the topic of this song, the theme, the vibe, and the video is dope too. Then by the end, there's another skit. You know, SKEPTA likes to do this type of movie things on the album. That's why I like his albums and his mixtapes and stuff. But yeah, this other call, some girl outside is calling outside of his house, because you can understand, like, she says that, and you can hear the roads and the cars and stuff, and it goes to voicemail, and she says, "Where are you, Junior?" She's calling him Junior, like his name is Joseph Junior Adenuga, but so she's close with him, and then he hears it, and he kisses his teeth while he's listening to it, and then he starts singing, talking about him being lonely, losing his mind because girls show him a dark side, like the last time, showing that this has happened before, and saying like that they first friend him and now they are enemies. It explains why he says everything that he said on the song, in a sense, because he talks a little bit like ruthless about women on the song, and what would he do to them. But it explains like a little bit of his dark side too, and it's kind of like a theme for to explain the song a little bit better. I liked it. I felt it was cool to put here. Great track. And then we step on track 7, Numbers. Feat who? Pharrell Williams. Yep. When I saw this track on the track list, when Skepta dropped the track list, I was really excited about it. I was like, "Whoa, what is this song about?" And I'm gonna give you a little taste of it. Quit talking numbers. Quit. That's a 3. I don't understand that. That's a 3. But I know this is focused to the industry, because to the music industry, because Skepta talks about the fact is the industry is all about numbers and stats, talking about lawyers and clauses and contracts. Even says A&R looking like a shark, Fronted looking like Jaws, like attacking them in a sense, telling him all about these numbers and how come they can ever talk with him about numbers when they don't come on tour and see the crowds and see the reactions and stuff. Like, in a sense, this is a revolutionary song. It's a song that kind of like stands on its own ground. And as I know, Skepta really likes to relate with the people that he collabs with. So we know as for a fact that him and Pharrell agree upon this, like agree upon the industry trying to drain them and trying to come up to them about numbers and money and stuff. And even Pharrell talks about it on the interview that he does for the Beats One Radio thing that he has. But yeah, the fact that this song is even on this album, they address that. They say the fact that this song would haven't been allowed if they weren't in control of everything. And he talks about the 8 that they would never imagine to see him on this position, they being the industry. He doesn't want to give interviews by saying just talk to the youths, not the press. Give them fake email address. Pharrell really, really does a great job on the production of this beat, and also does a great chorus. But he also raps on this. But the rap seems like really strange and really out of the theme of the song, but it's not. Like he's talking about carrots and cabbage, but I think he's talking about money when he says that. Then he says 1035 horsepower stallions, which stands for a car. But you see, and then he even says vegetarian habits. I don't know. It's strange. He even says to my niggas in heaven just laughing. I think he's referring to Tupac, Biggie, MJ. I don't know. He addresses some industry beefs here that they might know about, but I don't know. But yeah, this song, it's cool. It's a cool song. It's a cool thing here. But as I said before on Ladies Hit Squad, it kind of like doesn't fit the album, but it does. It does in a sense, but it's a good track. But it's like the same way that I said about Views when it came to the song with Party Next Door. I don't see myself listening to this song. It's like, it's not a track that I come to Konnichiwa to listen to. Besides, like, if you know what I mean, like when it comes to other tracks, I come straight to Konnichiwa to listen to it. This one track in particular is not my favorite one. But it's cool. It's cool that they did this, that they made this happen. But yeah, great track, great collab. We'll be definitely waiting for more of Skepta and Pharrell. Then track 8, Man, and inside of brackets, Gang. I don't know. It's a pretty dope track. This was the last single before the album came out. This single was dropped like on April something, like 2 weeks before the album dropped. And since I pre-ordered the album, I was able to listen to it. So yeah, that was like a gift for the people that would pre-order the album. The theme of the song is mostly like no new friends that Drake did, in a sense. Like he says like only my gang, only BBK. He addresses the Instagram issue of people only coming up to him and respecting him, but just for the sake of taking a picture to put on the gram. He also
Don't know why man's calling me family.
yeah
All of a sudden.
says this.
My mum don't know your mum. Stop telling man you're my cousin.
Yeah.
I got day ones and I got new ones. No fake ones. Trust no one. This boy better know till I die. Trying to run up in the bank like Bonnie and Clyde.
It says this Bonnie and Clyde mention. I don't really understand who would be the female on the female side on this, but yeah. Can I pick for the gram? I only socialize with the crew in the gang. But yeah, he addresses the fact that people address him as fam and say that they're his cousin or something, but no. He even talks about MySpace, mentions, and that the rapper that he used to like didn't kept going. He has some dope bars on these, like no AAA pass, no wristbands, like on a show that people come up to say like, no, I'm Skepta's fam, Skepta's cousin, and like to ask for a AAA or a wristband or a pass. He says everything with a gang, slang that cops will never understand. Even says Grace stop sending accepting these man sessions. I assume Grace is his manager, or I don't know. I assume. He talks about. He says this. Tension. But yeah, the second verse seems like he's talking to himself. He talks about dressed like he just came from PE, while other people come like are dressed like they came from church, which is dope. It's a dope beat, great subject, great approach, awesome thing. And then if you go check the video is so crazy. I wasn't picturing something like this. The video shows like the punk side of the grime scene. It first starts with the footage of a club scene, like a small underground club where SKEPTA is performing and all the BBK is there. Then it's footage of the backstage with SKEPTA and his friends smoking and chilling with some girls, putting stickers all over, Konnichiwa stickers all over, even on the girls and stuff. There's then some Russian subtitles all over the video, but I don't really know what they mean and I can't copy paste them to check on Google, so I don't know. But yeah, and then it shows some footage of the man them, like he's like his people that went to the show or like part of his crew that come outside, like outside of the venue, and a police car comes by and they surround the car. They surround the police car, and they try to open the car doors while SKEPTA and his entourage, the rest of BBK, are leaving through the back door, and then the police, like while they're being surrounded, the police flees, like just like speeds, and some guys try to follow the police walking. It's strange and crazy, like how it shows the side of the police in the UK that you never expect. But yeah. And then SKEPTA and the rest of BBK are like on the cab going back to the hotel. Then the video is footage of some guys destroying a car, like down on the street back in the UK. Like somebody, like everybody's destroying a car and tagging BBK 616 and putting SKEPTA's Konnichiwa cover, like the stickers on all over the car. Pretty strange, pretty hardcore and crazy in a sense. But yeah, and then the last footage, like it stops, like that footage of the car being shot stops, and then the song stops, and then shows up a small clip of SKEPTA and two other guys on the rooftop of a building. Seems like a hotel suite or something. And when SKEPTA turns his back from the balcony to go inside, one of them speeds down this, like the road, like the street. I don't really understand that footage there. Like it's a little bit out of context, but if anybody knows what it is about, let me know. But yeah, pretty crazy song, pretty crazy video, but awesome grime track and awesome song. I listen to it a lot. Then track 9, the anthem of this album. We gotta say this. It's the main 8th song of this album. It has already 17 million views on YouTube. It's crazy. The video is crazy. It's on the complex buildings in London. Everyone is wearing tracksuits, white or black. A lot of cliche representations of what is worn in the UK scene, like the trainers, the girls, the way that they are dressed up, and like the airs and stuff, the style. Everything is about like that late 90s style. Like it's crazy. Awesome representation and awesome like production and direction for the video. The album version is a little bit longer than the video version. But it's cool. But if I try to admire this song just in the on the context of the album, it's so adequate. Like it fits entirely the grime vibe of it. It's not a pop track at all. It's so dope. It's one of my favorite songs of the album. The only thing is that when the albums get out, like I'm already tired of this song in a sense. Like I already like heard it too much. I heard it so many times that I know every bar of it. So it's crazy. Because of the bar that it's like the chorus, he says, "That's not me," and it shut down. Because of this bar, I would have placed this song after "That's Not Me" on the track list. Because you're trying to build up a story. There's people listening to you for the first time. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, I love the red, gold, and green mention. Like it's talking about these fake Rastas. Because those are the colors from Ethiopia that refer to Rastafarian culture. Then he even says on the chorus like "ring ring pussy" and it shut down from the "it ain't safe." Like what he's trying to address on this song is that SKEPTA is a hit maker and is a machine in terms of like producing hit songs. Like and he shuts down everywhere that he goes, and that's crazy. He even says. He even talks about the fact that we went to the Fashion Week show and he sat on the front row and it shut down because he was wearing a tracksuit. So nobody could believe that in the Fashion Week somebody could sit on the front row wearing a tracksuit, and that's crazy for the fashion world and for the fashion industry, and SKEPTA represented, and because he was also one of the GQ top 10 men. Top dressed man, he went there and did that. And the funny part like is that he places a skit of this like news report, and it's crazy. Like the woman on the news report is saying a bunch of young men all dressed in black dancing aggressively. I assume this is referring to when Kanye brought all of them on stage on the Brit Awards, and that she felt really like bad about seeing this on TV, and that's crazy that he put it there on such an important track of the album. I love the reference to Rosa Parks. Like in a sense, he's a trendsetter. He's someone changing the world and changing the culture the same way that Rosa Parks did when she sat on the front row of the bus. He talks about going in, which is his slogan and his like trademark sentence. About he has no label, no alias songs. It's dope. It's a crazy track. I'm gonna play you a little bit of the intro. It starts with this Drake skit from the Jungle video that he did, short video that he did. That's not me. Ring ring pussy from Ain't Safe. Fashion Week. Yeah. But I better know. No time. Yeah, is pretty dope. Like great song. He then closes the track again with Drake with a Drake skit.
Link up, daddy. All right.
From that same from that same Jungle video. It's pretty awesome. This song is awesome. Great job, SKEPTA. Keep on delivering this type of anthems. Then track 10. That's Not Me. This song is really important and one of the most important songs of SKEPTA's career. This song came after Blacklisted. This was the first thing that SKEPTA produced for himself after Blacklisted. And this was what he wanted to represent the first step of Konnichiwa. And for him and for Jammer, because they were together as part of BBK, the beats of this album needed to be the original formula from the roots of Grime, from when they started back in 2004. And SKEPTA called Jammer asking for all the equipment to do that. and Jammer just said that he left it at someone's yard, and Skepta and Jammer went all over town to find the equipment and stuff, and they found this keyboard, this Jammer's Korg, and that could produce 8-bit beats on it, and it's crazy. And he got the keyboard and he did That's Not Me. This was the first track that he ever produced with that equipment that he got out of the cave, if you know what I mean. And it's awesome. It's a great song. The song came out of a freestyle that him and his brother did on the streets, on the ends. I forgot to say the song is That's Not Me featuring JME. Like by June 8th, 2014, almost 2 years ago, this song came out with the video. And as a matter of fact, this song's video won the Mobile Award for Best Video of the Year in 2014. And as a side note, the video only cost £80. That's something like $100. While other videos that were competing cost like thousands of pounds. And it's crazy. Like the video, it's just Skepta and Jamie performing this song using a pair of headphones as microphone, while DJ Maximum from BBK is faking to mix something. DJ Maximum, big up anyways. I like the sweater. Anyways, but it's cool that you're there. Like it brings a vibe to it. And on the back of them, on a green screen, they have a nostalgic backdrop, as Jamie says, which is footage of Skepta and Jamie doing the original version of the song on the ends, and where Skepta explains the reasoning on the album production and the grime scene. You can check that video on YouTube too. And they even have footage of them freestyling the song outside of their house. This song has already 11 million views on YouTube, and it's one of the most important songs of the album. I'm gonna play you a little bit of it. This beat is so grimy. Grease.
What you mean? Yeah.
Listen.
Skepta.
Yeah.
One line those, yeah, I got some of those.
Yes.
Yeah, me, Jamie.
Skepta, That's Not Me, feat Jamie.
No, that's not me.
Act Like a Waste Man, That's Not Me. That's not me. That's not me, yeah.
I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin.
That's not me.
I used to look like you, but just like a mess. No, that's not me.
Yeah, great track. He talks about the fact that he used to be a certain way, now he's different. And this is the real transition from Blacklisted and from Doing It Again and from all those old albums like Greatest Hits and all of that. This is the transition where he changes, like, where he says, like, that's not me, that's a different Skepta. So, yeah. Great track, go listen to it. Awesome. Then track 11 comes, called Detox, featuring BBK, which you assume that is entire BBK. But no. That's the only thing about this track that kind of makes me sad, is that Jamie is not on it. So that's why I wanted, like, That's Not Me to come before Shutdown, because then he could have put Jamie here. There wouldn't be no issue of like, oh, Jamie's already on a track. And I think it would fit here because, you know, Jamie is always good. But yeah, this song is pretty dope. Skepta first steps in and introduces the theme with the chorus, which is the lifestyle of him and his group. It's about like always being drinking and stuff, and there's no Saturdays, or like every day is a Saturday. And then Shorty steps in and smashes it. But first, this is the chorus.
Don't know how to relax. Went to the hills, trying to kick back. Still I want to tweet and chat. Woke up this morning, said I quit smoking. Now I just bought me a pack. Cause every day man turn up to the max. Don't know how to relax. Pass me the weed.
Yeah. Shorty steps in. Skepta then comes in again, but with the verse. Then bars. Then Frisco steps in and smashes it too. Then Jammer steps in and R2 and smashes it. The ad-libs are top. They give the sense that everyone is like around a circle, rhyming, and like it's you really feel the crew type of vibe. But the only thing about it is that Jamie is not on it. But yeah, it's a cool track. It's not like one of the main tracks of this album, in my opinion, because it's just talking about like their addictions and stuff. But it's cool. Cool track. Cool track. Keep going. Boy, What I Know to the World, BBK. Then, last but not least, the last track of the album, track 12, Text Me Back. This is one of my favorite tracks of the album. It starts with the ringtone of an old phone, which you're gonna listen now, and the awkward voice message. Listen. Jay. It's crazy. And then the song starts, and the song. It's called "Text Me Back." It's all about texting back. The beat is dope as hell. He first talks about a girl, but listen to the chorus so you understand what I mean.
Sometimes I don't text you back, but I never mean to disrespect you. I'm on the road trying to do this thing. I know you see where man's trying to get to. I've been around the world and back. I ain't met anybody I want to be with
More than you.
That's why when the sun goes down at night, man, I'm calling you. The girl of my dreams.
Yeah, the girl of my dreams, he says. So first he refers to the girl of his dreams. So he's talking about this girl that he can't text while he's on the road doing his thing. Then he uses one of my favorite bars of this album when he says, Our love is strong like Mufasa and Simba. Never need to download Tinder. Wherever he goes, he doesn't need to download Tinder. He's always on the road, but he's focused on her. Then the second verse, after he says the same chorus, the second verse is for his mom, straight to his mom. He says like, my mom, says mom, and says like, I send her a love heart and a rose, like on message. Then he says that he has been an OT since 03, which means that he has been on overtime. Like that's what I understand. Like since 2003. Which means he has been like working since 2003. It's not about the fame nor following a fashion. But when he gets home, he's going to go shop with his mom in Athens. I don't know where it's at, but it's a UK reference for sure. And I also love the sample that he used by the end of the track. It's a great track to end the album. Like in a sense, it's a love song. He's talking to his mom and a girl, but it's a love song. And then he uses this sample here of a girl like singing and stuff. And then he also, by the end, I want to show you guys this. It gets to silence, and then you start listening to this music, which, in my opinion, is the final song from like a video game or something, like where the credits come, you know. This is a mystic type of vibe, but I feel like it's like from a fighting game or something like that, like, which puts you on a Japanese type of vibe, because you know those type of games are mostly Japanese influenced, which kind of matches with the beginning of the album where he started with that type of like more like field vibe, like more nature, and this is more like city, crazy. I could even imagine the characters of like a story like appearing on the screen and the credits and the producer showing up on the screen the same way that like you would see. But yeah, this was the album. This was Konnichiwa. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my final evaluation on the album the same way that I did with Drake's album. Maybe this is totally biased, but I don't care. It's just my opinion. I'll give it a 9 or a 9.5. Not a 10 because of numbers, which I think doesn't really fit the album, but then fits. But I think it's a little bit out. And also the order that I think should have been done, like changed. Like that's not me being before of Shutdown. And the fact that on Detox, JME is not there. Those are the only reasons why I take like a 0.5 out of the 10 evaluation of this album. But Skepta, I gotta tell you, like, great job, great production, great album. and this was crazy. Keep on going. I like the fact that it was only 12 tracks. It makes me listen to it more times repeatedly, and it's awesome. Keep going, man. Great job. Boy better know. And yeah, this was what I got to say about Konnichiwa for now. Regarding SKEPTA, I have around 35 hours of video and audio of his content, stuff that he has been featured on, his own videos, productions, interviews, studio sessions, freestyles, concerts. I don't know, so much stuff. I've been watching and listening to him and his stuff for the past 2 weeks. So something that made me understand much more about him, about Joseph, about SKEPTA, about BBK, about the grime scene. I'm really thankful to Richie for having me listening to him and showing me SKEPTA and his musical project. SKEPTA didn't start last year, like he has been a musical mogul, a DJ, a producer, a fan, an artist, a writer, and whatever else since the late 90s and the early 2000s. His family influences are really important on the fact that he's such a great artist today. The fact that his dad used to be a reggae selector makes me and the rest of the public understand his passion for the Jamaican culture and all of that. And the fact that he's such a good producer nowadays, and yet so much of that culture stepped on him and made him understand how music is, that in a sense grime is like the dancehall scene back in Jamaica, and it really contrasts. I can say that his career path is a case study for sure. Like if you go check everything that he has done and the way that he has done it, it's incredible, and it shows the ups and downs and everything, and how he standed this past 10 years of working in the music industry and all different stages of it. He has been in all segments of the music industry, from mainstream to underground to newcomer to comeback. He's the perfect example of perseverance, drive, focus, and belief. And maybe one day I'll have the opportunity to meet him in person and contrast what I know about him on what I'm going to experience on relating to him personally. In a sense, I feel like Nardwar. I know so much about this guy, it's crazy. Anyways, I'll probably talk about him again in the future for sure. So just wait on it. And probably I'll talk about his brother, JME, which is the founder of BBK. I really dig his concept and his videos. He's different from SKEPTA. Some people might say he's the same vibe, but I think he's different. They show different stages of these ages that I know, which stand for the 80s and the 90s. I love his video of The Very Best. It's awesome. Go check it. And I like the fact that he likes video games too, and he usually hangs around with the Sidemen crew. And yeah, big respect for Jamie too. So yeah, this was episode 3 of the Good Facts podcast series. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, press the follow button on SoundCloud, and if you liked it, press the heart button. Feel free to reach out to, you already know. And what about the next episode? The next episode is going to be a little bit different, for real. But I'm really excited about it. I'm going to talk about a really important industry issue. The first time that you hear a song, the first time that you experience a recording from someone else, the moment that you listen to a particular recording for the first time, you know what I mean? How that moment defines the perception that you have of the artist and the song. And what you would expect from him or her in the future, and how it can change everything forever between the human being that is singing or rapping and the human being that is listening. And it's all about the power of music. That's what I'm going to be talking about, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Get ready for next week's episode. Peace, love, unity, and respect. I'm out!